Hi, everybody. This is the fourth video and the final video that entails installation of software onto your computer that will enable plasma simulation in the Moose framework using the Zapdos application. At the end of this tutorial, we should have everything installed so we can begin running test cases on Zapdos and start doing some simple plasma simulation examples. At which point we'll be able to develop our inputs using Atom, which we installed in the last video tutorial, and visualize our data in PairView, which was also installed in the last tutorial. So this is the last thing where we got to do some downloading, the last, I guess, what you would call really boring tutorial. And after this, we should be able to move forward with some test cases. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to go into our usual setup that we've been working with the browser set up on the right-hand side and with the terminal window set up on the left-hand side. And we're starting off on the Moose website. However, this is actually not where we want to go. We're going to just do a quick search under GitHub Zapdos. And if we search for this, we'll see that one of the first things that comes up is the Shannon Lab page for Zapdos open source Moose application. So if I click on that, then I'm now on the Zapdos GitHub site, and this lists all of the software updates and things that have been placed into our GitHub site. And the place we want to click onto for installation is we want to click on this link here, shannonlab.github.io/Zapdos. And that'll take us to the Zapdos page. Now, the front end of the Zapdos page just talks a little bit about where Zapdos originated, the current and former collaborators who've made contributions to Zapdos as an application, and acknowledgement of funding. Where we want to go is we want to click on the Getting Started and Installation page. So once again, in the format is pretty much the same no matter where you're going. First thing it says is that we have to install the Moose developer environment. So we've already walked through this. And now step 2 is where we start to bring the Zapdos application, the plasma specific portions that we've developed within Moose up into our computer. So in order to do this, we're going to clone Zapdos. So Zapdos is hosted on GitHub. So we're going to clone it directly from the GitHub site using by pasting these 5 commands. So we're going to, once again, copy these commands. We're going to paste them into our terminal. And this looks like this has taken a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause recording and we'll be back in a second. Again, I'm pausing recording at 3:27 p.m. So that gives you some idea of when I come back, we'll show the time and see how long it takes to finish downloading this. So stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, we finished up. Only took a few extra minutes from the pause. So the next step after cloning Zapdos to your hard drive is to compile Zapdos. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that Moose is activated. And since we want to do this every time, we want to activate Moose every single time that you reopen your terminal window. And since we had closed ours at one point in the process of installing things, whenever we were working with getting Atom installed, I'm going to go ahead and activate Moose. Okay. Then I'm going to navigate to the Zapdos clone directory and download the Moose submodule. So again, I'm sticking with the naming convention for the subfolders that are being generated in the installation as recommended by developers. Okay. And while this is cloning, again, I'll go ahead and pause during the boring parts. I can't think of anything to tell you right now. Again, it's 3:32, so that's when we started cloning. And maybe we are going to stop right now. Hard to say. Yep, never mind. I'm not going to pause it. So it looks like we have we've cloned everything over to over into our Moose folders, and now finally the last thing that we want to do here is once everything's been downloaded, we can be Zapdos can be compiled and tested. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to come over to our next window. Hit return. Now it's going through the compiling stage. Zapdos is much smaller than Moose, and this should not take very long. The key thing is after it's being made is to run the tests and make sure that everything passes, similar to what we did with Moose. So we should see a lot of green OKs, and the test cases should have all run through. Now, after these test cases are done, this is basically it. And in the next tutorial, we'll be able to start fabricating meshes and setting up our plasma cases that we'll be running in order to demonstrate plasma simulation capability in the Moose framework using Zapdos. Okay, so it's working through the compilation right now. Okay, it looks like it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it might. So I'm going to go ahead and pause recording. It is currently 3:34 p.m. Oh, actually, it's running the passes. Okay. So there's some that skips because of the operating system. Now it's working its way through the remainder of the tests. Again, the whole idea here is to show lots of OKs and passes. This ensures that our entire installation process that we've worked through in the last 4 videos, including this one, have provided us with a working system. Okay. So far so good. Green means good. And as soon as the tests are wrapped up, then we should be good to go. Okay, I will once again threaten it with pausing the yep. See, as soon as I threaten to pause the recording, it decides to finish up. Okay, everything we have here has nothing has failed. 43 passed, 2 skipped, 0 pending, 0 failed. So this is, if you reach this same, if your terminal window on your computer reaches the same conclusion, then you are in business. You have installed Moose, you have installed the editor Atom, you have installed the data visualization tool, Paraview, and you have installed the Zapdos application within the Moose framework, which enables plasma simulation. So in the next tutorial, we're going to start to take this installed software, and we're going to look at a couple of cases and try to start looking at how we're going to start modeling plasma within the Moose framework. So this will be our first hands-on experience actually coding something up in Moose and Zapdos and getting it to run. So I hope that this hopefully has kind of walked you through what can be, in some cases, a little bit of an aggravating process. If you do have any issues during any of these installs, I encourage you to use the discussion forum and the the FAQ pages. Again, the online community that supports both Zapdos and Moose are very responsive and and are a great resource if you run into any headaches trying to get these things up and running. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this tutorial, and we should be ready to go to start running some cases next time I see you. So have a good one, and I'll see you whenever we start up video tutorial number 5. Take care. Bye.